Today, I finally complete my notch apple collection, build a massive system that makes mass crafting easy, and complete the dirt farm by adding a super efficient blast chamber. Also, I'm so close to 4 million subs, so if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe. So whilst I have a full collection of notch apples in my house, I want to complete the collection along here, and that means getting 12 more, which I'm sure I can do. The first thing to do is go along this blue ice highway to a place where I can disable the warden. This is the machine, and it is now active. I also completed this glow squid switch in the last episode, which is now active and will disable glow squids from spawning, and the bat switch will disable, you guessed it, bats from spawning. This is also going to be the last episode until 6,000 days. If you want to know why, I explain at the end of this video. I'm going to build a portal so I go far away into new chunks, and then let's put a timer on screen and see just how long it takes me to find all 12 notch apples. Ruin portal, and you never know. Well, yeah, usually you do know. It's very rare, isn't it? But hey, there's also a desert, and desert pyramids have a pretty high chance. 1 in 10 of them have a notch apple, to be precise, but it looks like we haven't even got one here, have we? This is not like any mountain I've ever seen. It just kind of stops and then becomes noticed. It looks really cool, though. And it's also the kind of biome where you can find ancient cities, any of these tall mountains. And so I shall dig down from the frozen peaks and see if anything is down here. Well, I've discovered deep dark. Does it lead to anything? It goes low. Oh, it does lead to something. Perfect. Now, to hopefully track down some notch apples. And as you can see, due to the warden disabler machine, the shriekers do not activate. It makes life so much easier in here. And that's 2 found. Perfect. Now there's just 10 more to go. And that is another, was that 3 in 1? That's almost as good as the time I found 4 notch apples in one chest, but not quite. Just got to search the last few straggler chests. And I think I have searched the entire place. So I'll go ahead and get out of here. And I might as well grab emerald ore because it's one of those rare things that I can't farm. So I guess I could get it whenever I see it. There's some more mountains over there that look good. So that is where I shall next start digging. I wonder if I can get all the notch apples within less than 30 minutes. That'd be insane, wouldn't it? I can hear sculk sensors around me, so I must be somewhere good. But will there be an ancient city at the bottom? That is the big question. This is the most claustrophobic cave I think I've ever been in. But it's opening up, and it's opening to another one. Okay, this is such a good area. Let's get busy finding even more notch apples. That's the 6th and 7th one. We're now past halfway. Perfect. And I reckon I've got time to mine up some diamond ore when I see it. Can't say no to it when it's on display like that. Oh, we've got another 2. Perfect. We're up to 9. And I've got 5 minutes to do it in less than 30 minutes. That would be insane. I'm not sure I'll get them all, though, in this ancient city. Unless I get a huge slice of luck on these final few chests. I think that's every chest, and no more were found, so it's time to fly up and out of here. The 30-minute dream looks like it's over, but there are still plenty more mountains around to dig down through, so I don't think finding another ancient city will take too long. But I didn't find one down here, so time will tell. Having said that, I could explore the offshoots of this cave, because you just never know. We are in a deep, dark area, and there was one connected. Okay. Game on, ladies and gentlemen. 3 more notch apples, that's all I need. Although realistically, that's easier said than done. Okay, we got 1 there. Nice. Okay, we need just 2 more now. I've officially searched over 64 chests because I now have more than a stack. And getting 10 out of all of that is very good, but I still need 2 more, which hopefully I can find. There we go. We got 1 more. Come on. I think it's going to be so close yet so far. There's just a few chests here and there. And we got it! We got 2 more! We got 13 notch apples! And it was just less than 40 minutes. That's insane. I don't see any more chests, but I do see diamonds. So I'm going to get myself back home, pop into a bastion on the way, which has nothing really of importance. Is that it? That's like the worst one ever. I must have been here if there's terracotta in there. Okay, let's just go home. When you've explored so much stuff, it's rare that you find a new structure this close to home. I'm back and I'm going to grab a few item frames so that I can actually place them down. And I think I've accidentally sent them through this auto storage because they're not in my inventory anymore. Sometimes I'm just an idiot. So now I just have to sit here and wait for them to come back round. They're coming through. So far I've got 10, just waiting for the rest. That's 11. Why are they all taking so long to come through? And 13. All right, panic off. And that's exactly why I don't hook that chest up to go straight into lava because, you know, you never know when you might need the products that don't get sorted. Now I can add item frames and notch apples all the way around here. And it does leave me with 1 spare. I could I could put it there. What about in there? I think we go with that. I have no blocks apparently. You know what? I'm just going to steal some from the floor. I'm sure nobody's going to mind. Or at least nobody needs to know. Hang on a minute. There should be lava in there, shouldn't there? Why is there no lava where there's supposed to be? I've got to get this fixed ASAP. There's a lava bucket. I'm putting the final notch apple here because that wall looks kind of empty at the moment. So it spruces it up a little bit. I reckon an extra torch here maybe looks... No, it doesn't look better. And I can add lava right there. I've just double checked it's actually built. Whoop, yep, I think it's all built for it. I can go there. That is now officially this build complete. Well, once I fix the netherrack anyway. Yeah, it's been a long time in the making, but I'm pretty sure there was meant to be lava there. Either way, it's sorted now. And I'd also like to fill this shulker box up with amethyst shards because I feel like these chests are, well, I can't open that one to show you, but I feel like they're just getting a little bit overrun. Maybe not too much, but just a tad. I'm also going to take all the glow ink out of here. Yeah, just take it with me. I think it's great they accidentally made this into a glow ink farm, but it's a 2-in-1, you can't complain. And now I need to do something about another problem I've got, and that is at my honey farm. As you can see, it works very well, but that's the problem. It works too well. I am completely, well and truly overloaded with honey bottles. Now, it's not jamming the system up. I think that, I don't know where all the extra honey bottles, but they're just kind of going round and round at the moment, as you can see, like that. But I think it'd be better if I built a shulker box loader here so that instead these chests could just fill with shulker boxes. It'll expand the storage, making everything much, much better. They're very easy to make, and I've got all the items I need. I'm going to clear a little bit of space so I can build it right here. The new output chest for all the shulker boxes is going to be right there. And now I can start building all of the components. It is pretty much done. I'm just going to have hoppers come in here, and then I'll have a barrel at the top, which can be where I replenish the shulkers. And version 2 is pretty much complete, or at least it will be once I've loaded it up with all of the shulker boxes. And press this button once will get it going, and now I can even, well, I can't open it, but trust me, that is now filling up with with honey bottles. I know that because these hoppers are emptying, so it's always a good sign that everything is working as intended. And the full shulker boxes filter through here. It works perfectly. That is fantastic. I am still... Wait, has it reloaded okay, though? Let's just double check everything. It didn't, and that's because I did have a block here. I've since removed it, and now it should work correctly. I'm going to go, just to make sure it does, I'm going to manually place the shulker box in. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to manually press the button, and then it'll do it. Now, I'm pretty sure it's going to work. And I'm not going to sit here and wait again for another, like, 10-15 minutes. I'll just leave it alone and come back later to make sure it works. Next, I'm turning off the mob switch, which, yep, that is now switched off. And I'm going to get more pillager captains into this machine. I'm down to my last 3. And, you know, I want more than that. Pretty straightforward to do. I just simply chill at the top of here. And down below, pillager captains will spawn. And then they will get pushed down by the water into this little cage. Although you're not a captain, so, try, mate. Yeah, but you're off the menu. So I'll wait a little bit longer and hopefully get what I'm looking for. All right, let's see. What's the haul? It's okay. I have also realized, I mean, there's no captains down here, but I'm meant to have the minecarts moving when they come down, just in case some of them want to despawn. Let's go see how things are looking this time. Oh, much better. Look at that. We have got captains everywhere. So I'll get rid of you. You're an imposter. In fact, I think I just have to do that, and then, oh, I need some of these as well, some rails. And then I just put a rail like this. And then you just kind of need to move along somehow, which you guys are messing up for everybody. And then my captain sorter can be put to good use, because the captains just go in that direction. All of these are useless, so I'm going to get rid of them. And then I will use the farm for another cycle. And that is one more that I've managed to obtain. Suppose it's better than none. And now I fancy getting myself back up to level 737. It's been a while since I've been there. So I've AFK'd there to hopefully get another captain to spawn. Very good. One did. If I can just get rid of him. There we go. And it means I can now head to my Ravager XP farm, turn the farm on, shoot an arrow right here, and begin placing down TNT. And with that, I'll be able to gather up loads and loads of XP. And whilst the machine was working well and I was on good track, I've now run out of TNT completely. So I'm going to collect up the remaining XP, which might get me to level 700. It actually just stopped then, so no, it won't get me that far. Then I'm going to grab the empty shulker boxes and put them into storage. Then I can put the EOL farm to good use. It just looks so cool watch them all spawn in and disappear straight away. And once enough time has passed, I can see that there's a lot of Endermen. For some reason, Endermen now teleport out of the machine. They used to not. They used to just die, but it doesn't work like that anymore. Thankfully, I can fly 128 blocks away. Also, this is the bottom of my Guardian farm. Well, that's just over there. But yeah, if I fly 128 blocks away and then try and fly back as long as I don't get lost, they've pretty much all despawned apart from a few stragglers. There's also some very OP mobs that have picked up items, and so they've survived the fall damage and they're still going, so I'm just going to get rid of all of them. There we go. That keeps everything nice and clean. I'll put that back. And somewhere down here, if I can just remember, I should have it labeled better, really. I think Maybe this is Gunpowder Alley. Is this right? Yeah, there we go. Whoa, I'm just trying to have a look at my stocks, mate. Get away. Sorry, I'm sorry you had to witness that. Here, have a protect. No, you don't want it. I think I might have just murdered his father in front of me, but I'm sure it was somebody else. More importantly, I have so much gunpowder, and now I just need a desert so I can get lots and lots of TNT. I don't really know where to find a brand new one, so I'm just gonna fly until I think it's a good spot and just take a guess. I'm sure this place is as good as any. Also, due to the space constraints, I'm not working with much inventory room at all. That is that. I've managed to make the portal nonetheless. And now I'm in the middle of a massive ocean. Well, maybe not in the middle. There's a bit of land this way. Very stupidly, forgot to turn the mob switch back on, didn't I? So we're going to have to be dealing with that all night. Well, I suppose I don't have to. I could, you know, just go to sleep. And now the hunt for a desert can begin. Not going to say no to the odd ruin portal on the way. It'd have to be something very good, though, for me to, you know, give up some of these for the inventory space. And this looks to be a bit of an acacia biome. Sometimes you get deserts next to them, but will this be one of those times? Apparently the answer's no. No, it won't. Although there's golden carrots in, I always like to take... You know what? I said I would take something special to make an exception. And this, for me, is good enough. And I've done it. I've successfully found one. Complete with a ruin portal. With nothing much in it. I don't have space for it. I'll just have to leave it. Well, this does look like a bit of a good spot to set up camp. So I think that's what I'll do. I'm going to have to just start trying to get a little bit more space. So I'm going to organize everything so it's much better. I'm going to make a double chest out of some wood. I think I'm going to need a crafting table as well. So I'll make that, plunk it down there. Then all these shulker boxes are going, oh, we have so much space now. And then I shall manually gather some sand, which will allow me to get the TNT reserves started. From there, I can begin placing and lighting, and then continue crafting even more. I also have to make sure I get to sleep quickly because the mob switch isn't on. I don't want all sorts of things spawning when I'm trying to do this. That is an entire shulker box's worth, but I've still got so much gunpowder remaining, so I'm going to use all of it up, no matter how long the process takes me. And finally, it is done. I've got 4 shulker boxes worth there, a 5th one here, a little bit in there, and a bunch of sand somewhere around it. Yeah, loads of sand as well. That's spare, just in case. So I'll gather every single one of these up, and I can make a portal to get home a lot faster. And you might be able to tell it took me so long getting all that TNT that, yeah, my hair's a lot shorter now. I even had a haircut in between. Although that's not too important. The important thing is, how on earth do I get out of here? I'm just in a massive cave. Wait, there's a gap here? Okay, it's just more... No, wait, it's not more cave. It opens up. Thank goodness for that. It definitely makes things much easier. All the TNT ones can be added to this machine. Then I can take all the rest of this back home. Because getting to level 737, we'll just have to wait. Instead, I have another project that I want to get on with, which is a fast crafting system. Basically, it means I'll put all the materials that I want for something into chests, and then they'll get dispensed to me in the right quantities, and I can craft whatever I need to. Don't really know where I should build it. I'm thinking we remove that, and we go through here. We add a new area to the chest room, because it's got to be next to the chest room, hasn't it? I still want to keep the hopper so I can put shulker boxes, but if I ever want items, I only really use that side anyway. I'll need some stone. In fact, why do that when I can just craft more and we can put them like that in the floor? And I also need to make sure I find a spot where there's definitely going to be enough space. In fact, I've decided going underground is going to be the answer. There's not really much space at this level, but if I go lower, there's loads and loads of space, and my storage room won't be in the way or anything like that. This is the spot that it's going to go. I've worked out that there's enough space for it here and everything. I've just got to mine out a big enough room to build it. This is the size of the room that I need mined out, but it does need to be a little bit deeper, so I'm going to keep digging. The entire room is dug out. One bat lives in there apparently now, and I've gathered up all the materials that I'm going to need, but except for one. The shroom light. Apparently, I didn't have a single shroom light. Thankfully, it won't be very difficult because I only need 7 of them, which I have now got. And if you notice that the day count is 5432, I think it's pretty cool. I wonder if I'll ever get to 54321 as a day, but that's a long way in the future. Also, just realised I do have shroom lights. They're just in this junk overflow section, so yeah, I'll remember that for next time. And before I actually build it, I wouldn't mind just repairing my pickaxe. It's you know, a little bit worse for wear. Don't want it to break, because then I'll have to use XP making a new one, and I'm trying to get to level 737, not go downwards. So spending a little bit of time here repairing it and getting to level 700 sounds like a good idea. Nicely got to the amount of levels. In fact, I'm close to 701, but I can't stay there all day. I've got work to do. And I'm also going to just chuck a few things in here because I could do with a little bit extra space due to the fact that this build requires hopper minecarts. 9 of them altogether to be precise, and I only have 3 hoppers in there, so it looks like I should just make a load more of them, which is easy enough. I can do it with 5 stacks of iron, Get crafting. Perfect. And whilst I'm in the iron chest, I might as well make those 6 minecarts as well. 7 minecarts. Apparently, I didn't make enough. All right, there's one more than what I thought I needed. Now, I've definitely got everything that I need. And building can commence. You won't be able to see this section down here, but it's going to have glass along there, a little bit more here, and then a bit of soul sand, which is just going to make a water tunnel upwards. And then I will box all of that in and place ice so that the water, it can become water. Perfect. I'm then going to need my signs, which are right here. There's going to be one there. Then I can do the exact same thing like this all the way along. And because there's ice where the signs are, any items will just get pushed. And watch, they'll just float straight along, no problem. Then this is going to be like a tower upwards. And it's going to basically collect all the items that are going to be evenly distributed and send them up to me where I'm crafting. But before I can build any higher, these platforms need to be made a bit bigger. Now I've made this platform, which will make all the items converge into this middle bit, but it needs some gates down the middle, just so that I can, well, I'll show you why, because once I open all these gates, things will still be able to pass through, but it will stop the water, which is going to be along here, from flowing too far. It'll stop the flow, which is all part of the plan. Same thing on this side, and I can layer this up even more. And now is the point where I can start adding all of the different redstone components. And here are the hoppers that are going to empty the chests, and then it can go into the droppers, which will go into the water. And now this is where the hopper minecarts are going to come in. So they're going to be on each one, and I've got fences here for alignment purposes, so I'm going to break the rail, and then I'm just going to push these in, so that, in theory, there we go, that's pretty much over. But in theory, if I just put like 64 here, you'll see that each hopper will start collecting them, which is perfect. So then it will, in fact, I'm going to just grab them. Well, they've already emptied them. It's that fast. But then each one will be evenly distributed. So it'll basically empty the chest as fast as possible. Really, the only way it could be faster is if I used a chest in a boat. That's the only way it could be any quicker, really. So my next job is to do this on every single one. There we go. That's every single one done. It's definitely... Oh, don't you go off course now. But yeah, it's definitely coming together. So now I'll start adding all the redstone, which will allow me to lock the hoppers whenever I need to. Plus I need a repeater there to extend it. And then along here, we can add even more. I've now pretty much done all the redstone down there. I'm covering it all up. I also need to put some water here. I'm going to waterlog that as well using that. And you probably can hear it's all going off at the moment. That's because I had this observer go down and it's kind of updating it. But if I go ahead and do that, it should affect everything and stop it. Yeah, perfectly. And now I can place down these chests in peace. This is more or less done now. I'm just going to add a bit of a roof over this. And then I'm going to add carpet to spawn-proof things. I know I have a mob switch, but just in case, you know, I have the mob switch off because every now and again I do. I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, add carpets everywhere. Make sure it's fully spawn-proof. Then nothing can go wrong. Famous last words. I'm sure something will go wrong, but at least things are less likely to go wrong anyway. And it is now done. I guess if I'm going to spawn-proof down here, I should also spawn-proof up there. I don't think cyan carpet will make sense. Instead, I'll grab this grey carpet, which can be placed down all over. That's job done. Now, I've just got to test it. How well does it work? Does it work as intended? So many questions. I'm also just going to get 8 carpets of these to go on all of these blocks. And I'm going to craft an entire shulker box worth of pistons. Such a feat will require 4 shulker boxes worth of cobblestone, 3 shulker boxes worth of planks. I hope I'm going to have enough wood for this. Also, an entire shulker box of redstone dust. And finally, 1 of iron. I do wonder if it makes sense for there to only be 1 chest on top of each. And then I'd have space just to place a shulker box. Might be quicker. I also am just going to turn the machine on. I guess I can make sure it's working because I want to make sure all the chests... See, how has that chest got stuck? It's clearly on the hopper. No worries, I suppose I can pretty easily grab it. Oh, we need that one over there as well. Now, it doesn't matter which order I go ahead and place these, but I can just add 1 in every slot and... that's not working, is it? I guess it's not technically over the hopper minecart, so it's not empty. Okay, well, that's good to know. Good to know that I basically shouldn't mess with the design. Instead, I should stop being lazy and just go ahead and move them in like this. I also think it's insane. Look at the speed that it empties the chest. It's well fast. All right, that's job done. And now we can do the official test run. At least I will do once I've got rid of all of these shulker boxes. Don't have the space in that chest. Instead, we're filling up this one. So basically, I will stand here and items are going to keep getting dispensed. And very soon, they're going to start coming into my inventory. As you can see, they're all coming really fast. From there, I can keep crafting pistons like this, and I can just keep going over and over. And as long as I'm going faster than it supplies me, that's fine. So it shouldn't take me that long at all to craft an entire shulker box worth. I could make this faster by adding more chests and more droppers, so it supplies us like items like twice as fast. That is an idea I'm thinking of exploring. But right now, It's still a lot faster than how it used to be in the past. And as I'm going, I can chuck the pistons out and they will go into these chests here eventually. You'll see, there we go, starting to fill up nicely, mainly just going into that one. So I'll never have to worry, okay, I don't want to get my inventory too full, but I never have to worry about, you know, running out of space or anything. I can just keep on top of it, manually empty them out, and continue crafting. Like, as long as these bits are supplying with items, I could just keep going on forever. You can see they go up there, so they're not going to fall down, and that's why the pistons can go into a separate area, because they don't clash to where the items go. And it sounds like and looks like I've used up every single item. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic. That has to be the fastest time I've ever crafted anything. It's fantastic. I could just turn off the machine by doing that. The light goes off. There you'd go. And look at it. All filling up. I love it. I absolutely love it. The only thing I think may be worth adding is on this side and maybe on that side, add 9 more chests to each bit and add this module again so that it'll double the speed and I can craft even faster. I reckon I could triple the speed of the item dispensers and still keep up with it. But even at its current speed, that was just so much better and faster than any crafting experience I've ever had. Look at that. Beautiful. I'll be using that for things like crafting TNT, anything really that I craft loads of. Concrete powder, all that. It's brilliant because now, for the first time in my life, I've got a full shulker box of pistons. And definitely, once I get the dirt farm finished, which also give me wood, I can make way more of those as well. Cobblestone, I do have a cobblestone farm. Speaking of a cobblestone farm, I should go and check on it and bring a bunch of shulker boxes to fill up with cobblestone too. I did actually have to turn this machine off because it was getting me so much cobble. Let's have a little look. Is it just... oh, it's full to the brim. Let's just, yeah, get the shulker boxes out, start filling them. And I think before I use this machine again, I should probably make it have a shulker box loader like I did for the bee farm. Otherwise, the machine just gets overrun so fast. There's also filled up so many shulker boxes, 19 and a half to be exact. And I might as well leave the rest here. And I'm going to just set the farm off, okay? So I think if I go like that and then press it once, then the farm will just be going and it should... yeah, look at that. Fantastic. Cobblestone being created, going into the chests. I could put these into storage, or I could place them around here, grab another shulker box worth of redstone, in fact make that 2, and then put the quartz I have right here into there, plus mine up a few extra ones. And basically, if I can fill this up, I can craft an entire shulker box worth of observers, which will just be useful forever. The only issue is that I need quite a bit more quartz. Yeah, 18 stacks to be precise. And do I have any at my bartering farm? That is the question. I'm leaning towards the answer no. I feel like I probably will have looted them already, knowing me, because I can never say no to taking them when they're there. But there is only one way to find out, so I'm going to go ahead and see. And the answer is no, isn't it? I knew it. Nothing there. But not to worry, because I can take this pickaxe and spend a bit of time in the nether harvesting quartz. I'm sure getting 18 stacks isn't going to take me too long. At this point, I have filled the shulker box up and I've got quite a lot in my inventory. So I'm going to slowly make my way back home, but continue picking up more if I see it. Home sweet home, and I think I'm just going to put all the quartz in a chest for now. And rather than use the crafter that I've made at the moment, it may be wise to save all the resources and instead do the expansion on this. And then I can use the observers to test it. So that is going to involve doing quite a lot of digging. That is mission accomplished on both this side and also the side all the way around here. And to do these first bits, I'm going to need glass, I'm going to need ice, I'm going to need packed ice, and also some signs. Now, which one has the most? Okay, we'll just use oak signs this time. And I'll need quite a few gates. I've got quite a lot of dark oak ones. Maybe they'll do, I guess. And I'll craft a few more of them just so I definitely have enough. This is where the middle stream is going to be. And I'm actually going to have it go through this wall as well. This is exactly where they will all converge, so I just need to... okay, well, I didn't mean to do that. Making a mess of everything. The sign's going to be after on that one because we're going to have this on both sides. And now that I think about it, that's a stupid idea because the items won't go into the water stream. It actually needs to converge right here, which means ice there and another sign. I'll get the water added as well, and then the bigger collection areas can be built. Now rails can be added and there's going to be observers just basically mirroring this. So I need one on top of the glass like that, another one will be right there, so that will trigger all the observers, which will trigger all the droppers just like they are over there. That's everything sorted down here. I've just got to cover up this platform and add the chests on top, and I've also got to somehow come up with a way to get that alternating line thing to extend all the way over here. I think maybe I was just overcomplicating things. I'm pretty sure if I just replace this rail to instead be an observer, that should probably do it. So I'll give it a test run, see if it works. It almost does. It just doesn't quite reach all the way to the end, but I'm pretty sure if I just add another observer here. Okay, well, not there. If I instead add it here, There we go. It goes all the way to the end, meaning all of the droppers are getting triggered. And I'm going to place down every single chest and surround it on all sides with the cyan concrete, because I've realized, like, you'll be able to see these bits, but with the carpet, you won't be able to see what's underneath. So there's no point me going completely crazy. I might as well just fill in these gaps with stone, just to save myself some cyan concrete. It looks a little strange, but the floor is now complete, but it won't look strange once I start adding all the carpet on top. And that is it. Section number 2 is done. And now to build an entire third one on this side. And it is done. The machine is now 3 times its original size, which means I can offload all of this spare stuff, grab the shulker box of nether quartz, and see, is it going to work? I'm going to evenly distribute it like this, so I'm going to take 1 layer for each chest, so that will go into there. These ones will go into here, and the final ones into that one chest. In an ideal world, I'd have 1 shulker box's worth of materials for every single one, and then I would, you know, be able to get 3 times as much to crafting. But I don't really have enough redstone for that at the moment, so I'm just having to split it up into 3. There we go. Now for the moment of truth. Is it going to be too fast enough? Is it going to be a good enough speed? Is it going to work? Here we go. I'm just going to go for this. It's going to start dispensing lots of stuff, theoretically. I mean, I can hear stuff being... Is it working? Oh, it's all coming in, so it must be. Oh, wow. Okay, I need to just step away. Hold on. Yeah, I didn't think about... sorting out my fireworks. Now, I'm just going to start making observers. Oh dear, this is bad, ladies and gentlemen. It's too... No, we're getting mixed up. Hold on. I need to be ready much faster in future for the crafting. I just have to be, like, you know, taking these ones out, going like this, because it's going to be coming through fast. And then as soon as I can... See, this is the speed I can keep up with, no problem. Although it's pretty quick, isn't it? Look at the speed of this. Okay, is it too fast? I don't know, but I tell you what. I'm going through observers... You know what? This is perfectly fine. I can keep up with this absolutely no problem. When I have to empty it, that maybe it's a little bit... No, you know what? It's still fine. It's still absolutely fine. And they're all going into the chest. That was an incredibly quick way to craft them all. I'm very pleased with this crafter. I think I've just... Once I do this, I've got to get ready straight away to be crafting. If I let it build up too fast, then you start getting into a few problems. And I definitely will be making this room look so much better. So it kind of fits in more with the aesthetics of this room. It's all to be done. And at this point, I still do want to get to level 737. So that's what I'll focus on. What are you doing up there? Okay, how did you even escape? What on earth? You are a master of escape. Anyway, if it's level 737 I want, that is what I'm now going to focus on. We start by standing right here, let the raid happen, and turning the machine on. Also, because I ran out of shulker boxes of TNT before, there isn't one here and there needs to be, so just to get things moving, I'm going to put that there. And then do everything else that I need to get the farm going. And now the farm is in full flow and the XP is coming in. Well, I got to 737 levels and I thought, why not carry on to 800? So that's what I've done. Realistically, I thought by this point I would end up running out of TNT, but it was not to be. I should probably also make sure everything I own is fully repaired, including a fortune pickaxe, which is in that slot. Just the same, I can't do the same with the boat, because unfortunately it is it is an infinity one, so you can't put mending and infinity on the same one, which is annoying. I don't know why. And now I'm just going to stay here and collect up the rest of this XP. Also, based on the fact that this dispenser is empty of shulker boxes, I'm guessing that's the last one, which means there probably wasn't that much TNT left. This XP is just going on forever. I could be here for some time, but it's too good to waste. It's done. It's pretty much every bit of XP has now been collected. And I should be able to sleep just before the sun comes up, which means that the rain is also going to stop. Now, the next question on my mind is, am I actually out of redstone? I have this place here where I can trade for it, but that might be, yeah, that's apparently every emerald and everything used up. We could get some from you guys. I'd also have the void trader in the end, which gets me redstone, and the other place is at my other raid farm, not the Ravager XP farm, but just the normal raid farm, and that does tend to get me a lot of redstone. Unfortunately, the shulker sorting system I have, okay, they're all emeralds and some sticks. Yeah, the sorting system is a bit difficult, so whether there's... Okay, there is at least one redstone thing in there, and I've got 2 in total, which is not bad. I think I would like a third one, though, because I have a new plan. See, I just want to use this auto crafter again. I've built all of this, and I really enjoy just crafting things for actual no reason, but I think it'll just be handy one day. Like, look at this. An entire shulker box worth of observers ready to go. Whilst I've got a shulker box worth of pistons, I'm thinking maybe a shulker box worth of droppers could be useful. It'll require 21 shulker boxes worth of cobblestone, which actually I'm not making it 1 shulker box worth of droppers. I'm going to make 3 shulker boxes worth. That's nearly all of them done. I have to actually put them in the chest. I feel like a shulker box emptier could be a useful addition, but I'm honestly I'm just too lazy to add all that. And the other final very important thing is that I do need one more shulker box worth of redstone, which of course this redstone trading hall will provide. And because I've got Hero of the Village, they're also throwing me free stuff. Yeah, look at that. I got some lapis from them. I think they've given me extra redstone. This is very nice indeed. And it makes me at some point want to build a massive Hero of the Village farm. It could actually be a faster way to get redstone, maybe. But not today. Right now, I still need loads more redstone. So I think going to the Void Trader is my best option. This is the villager that's going to give me so much redstone. And I can just easily trade with it like this. There we go. No more emeralds remain. Filled an entire shulker box. Emptied that one over there. But yeah, so I've got basically 2 shulker boxes worth of redstone. And because at some point I broke the bed I slept in, it took me to spawn at the end portal. So I just want to use this opportunity to check out the old shulker box loader. Is it working? Oh, look at this. We have got honey flowing in. Plus, I've got, an empty shulker box. Put that there. And the empty shulker box from the emeralds. So perfect. We're just keeping that well stocked. The honey bottles are flowing in beautifully. I wouldn't be surprised if the cobblestone generator is now full. Should we have a little look and see? Oh, did I turn it? Oh, it's not even running. Oh, maybe I turned it off, or I don't know what happened with that. What do you think you're doing? I definitely didn't turn it off, so it must have just somehow stopped working, and now it's broken. I think. Let's do that. I think it's somehow broken. Not to worry, I will at some point get that fixed. All right, we'll turn it off for now. It's not like cobblestone is in short supply anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it. And you know what? I've decided I've got to modify this design. I've got to come up with some way to unload these shulker boxes really fast. And I've come to realize that removing the chests and instead just going ahead and placing a shulker box in like this, I can open it. I can't open it. Oh, the fence. Does the fence stop it from opening? Really? That's strange. But it is emptying the items very, very fast at the very least. And I think that is going to be the best way to do this. Just have nothing there and then add shulker boxes in. And to make it work even better, I'm going to grab a bunch of fences and then I can use pistons to push them in. In fact, I've changed my mind to that as well. What if instead I just had a block here? And then, yep, it's all coming together, ladies and gentlemen. Then I can push this down. It should still mean that everything functions correctly. So if I was to go ahead, I can't really use this shulker box because I've got it for over here. But if I'm just going to, this is the test run, ladies and gentlemen, basically. I put this here. I put the shulker box in and it starts emptying and it works fine. This is a brilliant little thing. So yeah, I'm going to use pistons and get them all pushed down. And it's sorted. I just now have to put the shulker boxes into each gap and it'll make it a vastly superior machine. I am starting to think that maybe I should have kept it as fences because notice what happens when you break the shulker box. It gets picked up by the hopper underneath. That's not a massive problem. It'll just mean, like right now I can grab them from here. But it will generally speaking mean that I'll just have to activate the machine and they'll come through here with the shulker boxes. Which I think is not a big problem. There we go, they're all in. And the only tiny little thing I'd like to finally do is just place sign carpet on these gaps. It'll just make it look that little bit better and that little bit more professional. There's also no shulker boxes at the end here because I'm making droppers. Droppers don't have 9 crafting squares. You know, one of them is empty, so that's why. And so I think I'm ready to go. It's going to be pretty quick, so I've got to be as braced as I can. Here we go. Once the redstone starts coming, we can start crafting the droppers, and I have just got to keep on top of it. Now, is cobblestone coming faster than redstone? It shouldn't be. I think the speed is fairly similar. And so far, everything is working fantastically. I'm managing to craft them. I'm managing to empty the inventory. And there we have it. They've all been crafted. I did at one point accidentally make a stack of furnaces, which is why that's not quite worked as intended. And it's the reason why I still have more redstone left than cobblestone, because, yeah, it just unbalanced things ever so slightly. But that's not a big issue, because I can just go something like that, craft the remaining droppers. And this machine has been a job very well done. I guess I can just mine all these up now and they will be sent through the system. Yes, perfectly through as expected. What on earth are these blocks here? Are they just all shulker boxes? Yeah, okay, they're just loads of grey shulker boxes. Grey shulker boxes that are going to be filled up with droppers. Realistically, I think it would have taken me hours to craft all those normally. It would have taken forever. And to do it that fast is pretty insane. I actually really love this machine. Don't know how I live without it for so long. Put all of these into here. And that's another job well done. You're probably thinking, why have I got so many pistons, observers, and droppers and stuff like that? I have got to build a massive TNT blast chamber for my dirt farm, so things like that are going to come in handy still. But I think the project that I should work on next is a shulker box loader for the Cobblestone Farm. And I need to get it working again. I'm sure something like that isn't going to be too tricky to do. That's all the items that I need. I'm not going to build the exact same shulker box loader that I did for the bee farm because I want to build this one so that it is tileable. Why do I want one that's tileable? Well, the simple fact of the matter is that one hopper is not enough to collect all of the cobblestone that this Cobblestone Farm produces. So in order to allow the shulker box loader to keep up with the speed, it's got to have like loads of them in a row for each of these hoppers. How many hoppers have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that means we do need 9 of the Shulker Box Loaders, and we do need to get this cobblestone out of the way and into these Shulker Boxes. Now, is every single one of them successfully emptied? Sad that there's... I'm missing 60. Part of me just wants to manually mine up some of this. Will it work? Does it just go all... Yeah, and it regenerate? Yeah, of course it works, SP. This is a great cobblestone farm. I'm going to mine enough until I've just got enough to perfectly fill the Shulker Box up. This is actually a great cobblestone generator. I'm impressed. That's mission accomplished. Everything perfectly filled to an exact amount. You know what it's going to be like. And now... I think I can I can... Ooh, I'm just trying to think how this is going to work. All those hoppers can stay, but it's these chests that need to be going. And in fact, now that I think about it, it's probably in my best interest to grab an empty bucket, pick up this water, and I'm going to change how these hoppers work. Instead of them facing across like that, I'm instead going to have them facing downwards, and they'll basically be facing down into where the Shulker Boxes will be. That definitely makes more sense. I've still got this water bucket as well, so that could go along. You know, I'll do the water at the end. I feel like I'll end up flooding everything, but a lot of digging does need... Oh, no. I forgot about the ravine under there. Yeah, a lot of digging, though, needs to happen. Although, realistically, it might be helpful that there's a ravine here, because I actually only need to worry about building a floor below here. Unfortunately, I don't really have the blocks for it. However, I have lots and lots of cobblestone, so although I tried to make an exact amount, doesn't matter, alright, because I need it all. In fact, I'm going to grab 2 stacks, because we need these building blocks. We're going to build ourselves a nice floor below, just needs to be below here. This also needs to be removed, and now observers can be added going into every single hopper. Then barrels along here, although I'm 1 barrel short, that's annoying. So the idea is that the barrels are what you put the Shulker Boxes into, the empty ones, and then full ones will come out in the chest. But yeah, I want 1 extra barrel. There must be... You know what? I'll just get the wood from here. Nobody's going to notice if I just happen to remove 1 tree. And I'm pretty sure in this direction I have a crafting table. Well, let's put it this way. In this direction, I should have a crafting table. And if I don't have a crafting table, I will be adding a crafting table. But I do have a crafting table, so it's no need to worry. There we go, barrel crafted. I also said crafting table way too many times there, didn't I? But anyway... That's the last... Well, I was going to say it's the last one successfully sorted. No, don't. What are you doing? Okay, now it is the last one sorted. I made that way harder than it needs to be. Going to get my pistons and line them up like this. Now I'm going to start adding all the chests in. Then there needs to be blocks along here. And I'm missing some. I need slabs as well. Not a big problem because as we already now know, there's a crafting table over here where I can make whatever I need and place them above. Then the hoppers are going in. More blocks in here next. With dispensers on top. These are what are going to dispense the... Shulker Boxes. Oh my goodness, it's going dark already. I've been building this for way too long. And I'm still not done because I need to add a comparator line all the way along here. And a load of redstone at the end of it. Next, I better remove all of these because they're completely in the way. And get some sleep. I made a comment about how dark it is and then I just plan to stay awake apparently. Well, not tonight. Oh, no. We are getting some sleep. And I am going to be adding hoppers. So yeah, that's how whatever's in these barrels, which will be Shulker Boxes, end up in the droppers. And then the droppers... we'll send it into the dispenser. The final couple of bits are pretty easy. We're just going to have observers facing down and observers facing into that, although I'm starting to run out of space. I think I can just about do this. And once I put redstone torches on every single one, I hear things happening. But yeah, it should be done. I think I've finished it. The water can go back. There's only one thing that I'm missing, and that is Shulker Boxes. Yep, I haven't actually brought any of the Shulker Boxes. But realistically, I didn't have space for them, all right? So let's just accept that that's my explanation. Didn't have enough room, although that is all about to change. Because not only am I going to grab loads of the... Do I just do that? Well, yeah, I'm not only going to do that, I've decided. Because also in here, I have some shulker shells, but it's not enough, all right? Okay, apparently I don't have loads of shulker shells here. I do have loads of shulker shells somewhere, so if we do need to get all of them, we can do that. But I might as well put every single one in here. And do I have any more stripped logs? Just a curious question, because wood supplies, yeah, do seem to be getting a little bit low. That's not very good. I would like loads more chests. Like I say, I don't have that much wood at the moment. As soon as I finish the dirt farm, I will have loads more. I don't want to use the dark. You know what? We'll just have to deal with the wood we've got, which is actually a pretty good amount when you look at it. Yeah, actually it's loads. I don't know why I'm there being so picky. So I'll put that back in there. I'll grab a couple more empty shulker boxes. That looks good. Then they can all be put into these barrels. And to actually get the machine going, I need buttons. And I did have buttons, but I left them in the chest room. I dropped them off, so I have to go and get those again. Also, those of you that have been watching for a while may also recognize those Shulker Box Loaders, because they're the exact same ones that I used for my EOL farm storage. You know, nice, they're tileable, they've been very reliable. I've not had any problems with them that I can remember. So they're very, very good in my opinion. And that is why they have been reused for the Cobblestone Farm. Anyway, my stupidity, yeah, there's the buttons. My stupidity in dropping off the buttons is a positive actually, because it means I can grab even more shulker boxes from here, because I'm overrun with shulker boxes realistically. We might as well start grabbing dark grey and purple. Yeah, whatever we can fit. You know what? Let's optimize my storage. I will need those rockets to get across. So we're just gonna grab all of that. There we go. One space for this, which I'm gonna have to use my fist. Very, very slow, I know. But I don't have much use for all of those shulker boxes, so getting them in the Cobblestone Farm will really help. I've put loads of shulker boxes in. The question is, where are my items? Okay, they're in that one. All right, I've worked it out. I think I might actually just craft enough shulker boxes so that it fills the drop. I don't know. You know what? We've probably got enough for now. But even if we have got enough, remember, that's not how SP737 works. Let me just put these buttons down. I'm going to put the buttons down and press it on every single one. That is basically... I hope I'm not pressing them too fast. I don't think that's a thing. But... well, it didn't work, guys. Why didn't it work? Because SB's an idiot and forgot to add 9 of the observers. But remember, it's always a positive. Why is it a positive? Because I've had to come all this way back, and what can I now take with me? Yes, I can take even more shulker boxes. In fact, I'm basically not going to have enough shulker boxes left at home. I'm starting to wonder if this is a good idea. Maybe I'm being too hasty, but probably not. Oh, we can get... Oh, okay, we leave those behind. They go down there. Make sure we're only bringing empty ones. That's the other rule. I think... Look at that. Brilliant. Just about took everything. And I also only have one firework rocket to get me all the way back to that Cobblestone Farm. So I shall use it sparingly, meaning I think I can actually get all the way to spawn without using a rocket. I always do use a rocket to speed things up, but with a bit of smart flying and avoiding the lava. Look at that. Straight in, straight down, straight round the... Oh, okay, sorry guys, I didn't mean to bump into you. But very, very nice indeed. And I can fly over with that final rocket. Straight into bed. There we go. All observers in. Now when I press the button, they extend. Okay, that's more like it. I can just go ahead and get all of these out. And the shulker system is ready for business. I'm going to add in even more of these. I think... I've just realized I wanted to try and fill up every single barrel. That is a lot of shulker boxes. But if anybody can pull it off, it's SP737. Although realistically, it's probably not going to be SP737 because I don't have enough wood for it. I think I'm just overdoing it with wood. So I think I prioritize these ones at this end because they're going to be the ones that get filled the most. Job well done, if I do say so myself. Now I've just got to make sure I can somehow... Where's my axe? Get this farm going for some... Oh, I do have a lot more stuff in there. No, don't be tempted, SB. You've done enough. Instead, the focus has to be on why it stopped working. There's obviously something not right with this TNT duper, and I've got to try and get to the bottom of it. Seems that there's an issue where this observer is in the wrong place. This TNT is in the wrong place, and there should be a note block there. And I don't know why there isn't. Maybe it burned. I don't think note blocks can burn. So I do need to go and get an extra note block. I do also need to grab myself some extra firework rockets. Yeah, well, we knew we used them all up. I just forgot to get more. So anyway, let's go back and get one note block, because that is my first priority. There we go. Conveniently, I have quite a lot in a chest there, don't I? So that goes there. It didn't seem to break anything. That's good. And it's observer here. TNT here, and I think that should fix it. Only one way to find out. Please work. Okay, it seems that TNT is dropping, and it's blowing things up, and it's blowing cobblestone up, and the farm is still absolutely fine. Still don't know what happened to that note block, why it was disappeared, but it's there now and it's safe. Cobblestone is successfully coming through. That is perfect. Now, it does seem to come, as you can see, faster than the hoppers can take it, and once that hopper gets overloaded, then it moves on to the next ones, and it just kind of works its way down like that. And so the next question is, will the Shulker Box Loader work? I'm fairly confident it will. I'm not going to sit here and just sit and wait and see what happens, because that's just a waste of time. Instead, I'll gather up these full cobblestone boxes, and I'm also going to go to the honey farm. Make sure this is all working completely fine. Look at that. It's still working fantastically. I'm going to take all these with me, although I'm not going to take them with me. I am going to turn them into honey blocks and replenish the bottles. I've still got a lot of bottles left, but I do like to keep on top of it. Job done, and I've ended up with loads of honey blocks in the process, which is nice. I will use these shulker boxes to replenish this, although it's kind of full, isn't it? So maybe... I guess they'll have to go in the cobblestone farm. I'm trying to... Yeah, that's going to go there. Yeah, I think it makes sense to take these other purple shulker boxes load up the Cobblestone Farm. And maybe a Shulker Box is filled by now. I don't know. Maybe it's been a little bit too soon. There's only one way to find out, though. And the answer is no, not yet. I'm sure it is working. I will just double check that things are exiting the Shulker Boxes. Are they? Oh, let me just find this out. Yeah, they have to be. Otherwise, the number won't be going down, would it? Okay, it's working. I'm just being paranoid for no reason, aren't I, guys? Beautiful. Feels great to put all those honey blocks in there. And I might as well at least make a bit of a start on this room, because it looks okay, but everything else looks like the walls look terrible. It needs to look like this area, so that is at the very least going to be Blackstone Walls. And yeah, Blackstone Walls, Blackstone Roof. And that might just be it. It might be the most uncreative build ever. But you never know. I might try something a little different just to try and spice it up a bit. Walls and roof nicely done. It's already looking better. I'm kind of thinking, should I remove these hoppers? Because they look a little strange. But they're useful for putting shulker boxes on. Unless I had another area you could put the shulker box. We'll leave them there for now. And I think I'm going to go for the classic border of Blackstone, although I've run out mid-thing. Hold on a second. Like I was saying, border of Blackstone. And apparently there's some water up there. I want to somehow get... Oh, no, now it's going to go into the system, isn't it? Anyway, I'll cross that bridge and worry about it in a bit. I just need to, yeah, get rid of... What on earth is this? Is this... Oh, this must be from the infinite water source above. In that case, I do want to keep it here because it's handy to have. I will... dig my way out. That is all going to get dug away anyway at some point. Turn on the machine and then my Blackstone will come through. Oh man, it's so noisy though. Being stood above a load of droppers going off non-stop. Thankfully, it doesn't have to be like that for long because, there we go, it's come through. Then this middle bit is going to be completely mined out. And once you see what I'm doing, you'll realise it is definitely an SP737 classic. It's basically the only way I know how to make a wall because we're going lava along here with glass panes in front of it. This could all get a little bit messy if I'm not careful. Come on, SP, get it down. RIP to the carpets. They're sent on. What did I think this was going to be a good idea? Right, we've kind of messed up a little bit here, but I can fix it. Just got to break those. Like I said, though, it's an SP737 classic. I'm just usually better at doing them than this. But that's probably something to do with the fact that I usually add the glass panes in first and then the lava in second. Yeah, that definitely works way better. Okay, well, why did it flow over this way? You know what? I think it's looking pretty good. So I'm definitely going to do the same thing on this side. And also this wall, and all the rest of them. It's done. All the walls are done. And you know what? I think it looks good. Say what you will, that it's a repetitive thing that I do all the time. I think it not only looks good, it also fits the theme of this room up here with the lava and everything. So I think I'm glad with the way I've done it. The only thing missing now is to get the roof sorted, which shouldn't take too long, although it is quite a precise job. And there we have it. The roof is now complete. The room is complete. Well, it's not quite complete, actually. I need to just replace this carpet. There we go, because, yeah, the lava completely destroyed it. Good stuff. I'm going to grab my shulker boxes that I've left cluttering the area. But what do you think? It's nothing crazy. It's a fairly basic. Looks very, very plain, to be honest. Not very decorated. I should maybe add slabs, corners, but I don't care enough. It looks better than what it did before. I am also, just in case any of... What we got there? We've got a glow squid ink sac. Apparently sometimes, yeah, glow squids spawn into it. But just in case it picked up any stone, did these hoppers, this will send it round. Look at that. See, it did. I know what my things will do. So I think that's enough. We'll now turn it off, grab them, and get them into storage. And one thing I have missed for the entire video. Where is my sword? Where are all my crafting tables? I don't know. They're not in here anywhere. There is a sword in there, but I don't think that's my good sword, is it? No, that's Diamond Sword 1. The Legend of Diamond Sword 1. That's like my first ever sword. It's a very, very cool sword, but it couldn't be upgraded to max stuff, so yeah. It's a netherite sword called Diamond Sword. That's the lore behind that. Anyway, I'm not looking for that sword. I'm looking for my good sword, my best sword, you know, the one that I always use. And I can only guess that it is somewhere over here. You see, when I built the giant dirt farm that's kind of finished, it just needs a blast chamber next to it. I left a couple of shulker boxes at the bottom. Well, I left a scaffolding one for a start, so that's not it. It must be here somewhere. It's gonna be a nightmare to find if it isn't. It's in here, isn't it? Yes, I put loads and loads of stuff. No, wait, is it in here? It is. Oh, thank goodness. And my chest plate. Yeah, I don't want to lose that. The ultimate chest plate. You can't get those very easily. Got the sword. Got all my crafting tables. All in this shulker box. I think it was because I was adding bone meal to this, which I've successfully added loads of it that will keep it going for ages. It's pretty much done, is this farm? Yeah. Like I say, blast chamber needs to be sorted, which is going to be one of the main projects happening in this video, because I will have this farm finished, and put to its full, tested to its full capacity, should I say. But I'm also very, very glad that I tracked it down. Whilst I'm here, I'm going to test out, I'm going to check out this. It does sound very promising that the Cobblestone Farm is still working, but are the Shulker Box Loaders working? They must be filling up. Oh, look at this. Cobblestone galore, ladies and gentlemen. Look, oh, it's fantastic. You know what I should do? I should get myself a load more wood, and then I should just make so many shulker boxes to completely fill this up, because I've got absolutely no problem making a few more shulker boxes, because this right here is a giant shulker farm. So if I then go to the nether and fly through this hole in the bedrock to some very specific coordinates, basically 0, 0, I can get loads of shulker shells. As you can see, I basically never need to use this farm again, which is why it's turned off now, because I've got more than enough of these. I'll also bring a full inventory, so a full shulker box, full inventory. That's going to be perfect for all the shulker boxes the Cobblestone Farm needs, which can go into this chest. Then I want to grab a few bones and buy, you know what, I don't need to bring all these bones. I'll just bring like that many, because I'm going to turn them into bone meal, but I don't need a ridiculous amount. Because as I said before, the limiting factor for how many shulker boxes I can make is wood. I don't have enough wood, but that is about to change, because look at this. That's an old thing, isn't it? The fast chopper. It was meant to be the fast chopper, but it didn't really work out. But anyway, yeah, if I grab saplings, bone meal, I don't need all. Well, you know what? We'll just take it. And yeah, if I grab those things and start growing trees, which unfortunately does mean having to remove every bit of snow, it will then mean that I'll have stacks and stacks of wood. The dirt farm does actually give me wood, but I haven't built that yet, and it's not the primary thing that it gets you. Obviously, it mainly gets you dirt. Wood is just a little bit of a byproduct, but I think I want to just mine this all up. Then, I said this last episode, but this time I'm sure I will never have to mine wood ever again. At least I hope that's going to be the case. All of it is gone. I'll slot saplings and sticks into there. You can see I've got quite a lot of logs, loads in this shulker box as well. Somehow a cat has got stuck in there. Well, you know what? I'm just going to leave it. Kind of evil, I know, but that's what I'm doing. But I'm not worrying about that. Instead, I'm grabbing all these, I'm gonna leave those shulker shells. I'll just take the shulker box worth. And I'm well and truly stocking this Cobblestone Farm up with shulker boxes. So you can see, there's a good amount there, but I'll get the crafting table down. And before I craft them, it does sound like the machine has broken again, which is annoying. Is the TNT still there? Yeah, let me just turn it off for a second. I'm glad it is always an easy fix. It's literally just a case of mining up the observer, mining up the TNT, and moving them to the side. And then it works again as intended. Now then, where was I? Ah, yes, I was going to make lots and lots of chests, and then lots and lots of shulker boxes. And they're just about sorted. I only need to craft 4 more shulker boxes like that, and then every single one is completely full. Pretty sure I won't run out of storage for a long time now. And the next thing to be sorted is this dirt farm. It needs completing now, and I'm gonna do it. Okay, it needs a few tweaks just to make sure it properly works. For example, these dispensers, which you can't quite get to, but yeah, they need a water bucket in each. I think it's going to be beneficial for me. It stock itself with bone meal, but I think it's going to be beneficial if I actually do that myself as well. Also, why do I feel like I've done these colors the wrong way around? Surely the purple stuff, the shulker should be in the purple shulker box, and the wood should be in the brown shulker box. That makes way more sense. Just a little quality of life change, nothing major. So I'm going to take these 2 water buckets, and then I'm going to try and find the doorway, which is right here, to get both of them added. Then I'll also grab 2 empty buckets. That's probably, and I'm going to fill them. What's the best way to fill them? I could, you know what? We're gonna risk it. Okay, we've got to be quick thinking here. So we've got to mine and pick up. Oh, look at that. Fantastic. No, don't like that. Oh, you did it great, and then you messed up. Please don't flow all the way to the ground. It's too late, isn't it? Take 2. There we go. No mistakes this time. Yeah, it's just going to make a big mess on the floor. But I guess the snow will fix it eventually. Anyway, I've got to go now and try and get through to the other side, which I suppose is easier said than done. I'll just have to mine my way through. That's probably the easiest way. And these 2 can be filled. That will basically make it so that water dispenses, and it'll collect up anything that the moss produces. For example, say the moss produces some grass or some azalea. It'll pick those up, and then it'll send them down either through there or through the other side. And then once they're through, they get reused for bone meal, which is perfect. It means, the farm is way more efficient because it replenishes its resources. And as I was saying, speaking of bone meal, it would make sense for me to just fill up my inventory completely and then begin filling these droppers with it. Like I said, it will do that itself anyway over time, but it just gets the farm going faster if it's already got bone meal in. Perfect. They're all done. I think maybe I could do that one above as well. And then I'll just let the other ones replenish themselves naturally because I can't really get to them. Although, is this... No, that's water bucket, isn't it? yeah, I can't really get into those. Can I get into this one here? Oh, I can. You know what? We'll add to this one as well. And also this one as well. And then a few of them along here are also going to be done. I've added bone meal as far along there as I can. It'll definitely help getting things going. But in order to make it so that these droppers actually transmit things all the way, I need to change a block. I'll do some fancy building here. Yeah, I'm going to have to break a... I think a breaking glass should be fine, right? Yeah, I don't think I don't think I'm going to destroy anything. Basically, I want to change this block here, that's a waterlogged thing, to be an actual block, and then when an observer powers it, it will then power that dropper. That's the way it's going to work. So, I'm going to go like that, and I don't think we broke anything. That's good. Okay. That makes a change, doesn't it? Can also reach a few more droppers from down here. Every single one helps. I'm going to do as many as I can. And with that, I think I can start running the farm. I can't plant any saplings because if they grow, then it'll start obviously making dirt. And then if it starts making dirt, it'll all get jammed up down there because I haven't yet built the blast chamber. But at the very least, I can set it off so that bone meal starts getting transmitted everywhere, and that's you know, that's a good plan. And as you can see already, because I filled up all those other ones, we've got the bone meal coming here, and then once this one's full and all the droppers behind it, then this one would fill, but that's kind of a bit down the line yet. Although I am for now just going to pause the farm because I want to leave the area and I don't want it to break whilst I'm gone. Why will I be leaving the area? Because I will need to get the resources to make the TNT blast chamber. I am also going to remove this little bit of contraption here because basically, when the blocks come, they get pushed by this, and then this machine will push them downwards. But I don't actually need them to be pushed downwards. I'm just going to have the blast chamber, like this will just feed directly into it, so that'll be absolutely fine. Fairly simple bit of stuff to get rid of. I'm just, yeah, going to get rid of all that, so I have the space. And then finally, this bit of obsidian. Is there a wandering trader down here? Have you been here the whole time, or are you a new one? Another new one? Again, useless. Imagine if they actually gave you good stuff, and you're like, whoa, it's a wandering trader. But no, they're just pointless. The only thing wandering traders are good for is on things like super flat or in a world where you can't get certain items. Then they give you something good, but other than that, they're pretty pointless. I also might as well do my best to take away... Okay, they're all full. Keep all them then. But I'm going to try and take away any empty shulker boxes. And all the stuff in here, I think, can be taken as well. So I'm going to give that a go. Have we got the inventory space? We have... But we haven't got the inventory space then to take all of that stuff. I'll come back for it some other time, because I do also want to chuck the scaffolding in here. Do I have a scaffolding? Maybe this is my scaffolding one. I thought I had another one, but I guess not. We'll pick up the ender chest. And thanks for using my ender chest and a bit of organisation, I've got everything. This really is the beauty of the auto sorter. I don't have to sort everything out. Let that do the work. I just get to chuck everything in the chest. When you see a big mess like that, it's very, very... Well, I'm very, very glad to see it, put it that way. And now I can begin gathering up all the materials for the TNT blast chamber. It's going to require quite a long list of items, but thankfully not quite as many as I had to do for the actual tree farm. And when I say tree farm, I of course mean dirt farm that uses trees to make the dirt. And what's that? I need pistons and I need observers. Oh wait, I have loads of them available crafted. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm making good progress, but there's still plenty more items to go. That's all the items I need. Actually, I don't need those sticks. I don't know why I've got them. So now I can begin building it. I'm going to use crafting tables as scaffolding because I have no other blocks of inventory available. So this is the very bottom platform, and it's part of the water collection system. This little bit here is definitely too small to collect everything, but over here, I'm making it bigger. Don't you worry about that. These trapdoors will also all be waterlogged, so I'm going to grab some water out of here. And I'll just build myself a little water source because it's definitely going to be needed so that I can waterlog every trapdoor individually. There we go. Mission accomplished. I'll get rid of this bit of water and everything should, yeah, perfectly flow down. And we'll also need more water to go in this chamber here, but I reckon I'm going to use ice. That might be... And hey, there's ice everywhere. Don't even have to go back home for it. I can literally just mine it like this. And of course, I want to be renewable, so I'm going to mine away ice like this so that it can all replenish. If I mine that one, perfect. And these can be added here where they will be broken. I'm also going to spawn-proof and snow-proof the edge of this. It's mainly the snow-proof that needs to happen. Because those shulkers over there, you'll never get mob spawning over here. But yeah, I definitely want to make it so that there's no snow to get in the way. I mean, it shouldn't be a problem, but better safe than sorry, isn't it? And then it's just a case of building up this glass tube and filling it with water as I go. At this level, I'm able to add all of the redstone components. So this is the pistons. It's going to push the blocks around so that they get TNT'd efficiently. And the good thing is, it's basically the same thing on every side, so it's fairly, you know, once you've done one, you can do them all. Progress is being made nicely on the machine. This is where the TNT dupe is going to be. I'm not gonna actually put the TNT in just yet until the end. And there's a safety switch here, so if I flick that, the TNT dupe, you know, the TNT won't blow everything up. But it's definitely, yeah, getting there. All the pistons are in. That's where the the TNT will go. And this lamp, if it lights up, will tell me that everything is out of sync. Hopefully it never lights up, but that means turn the machine off, basically. I think the machine turns itself off even when that happens. All that redstone down there is now done, so I can start adding a platform up here, which I will stand on, and the blocks, as you can see, we're in line. The blocks are going to be pushed along here, and they're going to actually be pushed in a gap down the middle, and then you can see the pistons will all push it in 4 different directions, split it up, and it'll split it up to where the red stained glass is in every corner, and then it will all converge at the bottom. And right here is where I would like to put together a bit of a storage. There will be a shulker box loader. I don't know why I don't build them normally when I first build the farm. This one is going to have one straight away, not building it, you know, 20 years later like I did with the Cobblestone Farm. The shulker box loader bit is done. I am missing a piston that needs to go there, but you can see the shulker box is there, and when it empties, the piston will push, and it will then... So it doesn't actually sort the items, so this farm will mainly produce dirt. It'll also produce some logs and some cobblestone, and maybe some moss. I don't think, maybe not. And then the shulker boxes will just come into here. I think maybe add an auto sorter as well. It could be an idea. I don't know. I'll worry about that some other time. One thing I do know, though, is that I'm 1 piston short. Apparently, I'm an idiot and didn't bring enough. There we go. Grab you. Can't believe I forgot one. And whilst I'm here, I should get some ice, because there's a few more to place, and I apparently ran out of it. Gonna go right there. And this water tube is almost as tall as it needs to be. Just one more... Okay, well, that didn't work. I've got 2 of those to place. But yeah, just one more layer up, and it will be done. I do need to have a waterlogged slab at the top as well, just for safety purposes and all that, and it'll keep the items from bouncing up. You know, they'll just go to the slab, float through, and then into that hopper, which will take them into a shulker box. Now to finally add a roof, and it's done. The TNT blast chamber is complete. Okay, wait, it's not complete. When I said the word TNT, I realized I forgot the most important part of the whole thing. Yes, I forgot to actually add the TNT. So the safety switch is on, and then the TNT, if I can grab it, just goes in there. There we go. Then I can turn the switch back off. And I don't want to forget to waterlog it as well. That's important. Don't want to forget. Yeah, it would be a disaster if I forgot that. Now... It is fully done. Everything is, as far as I know, ready for testing. So hopefully nothing goes wrong. I'm going to drop off all this stuff because I don't need it anymore. There we go. This part is nice and easy, although I don't have a way to sort carpets. I need to expand this storage system, don't I, so I can sort more stuff, because there's so many things that I just can't, and it's not that bad, but it can at times be a little bit annoying. But anyway, I am now ready. I'm going to bring a few spare saplings just in case. And I'm also going to build a regeneration beacon, which will require iron blocks. I'm sure I have iron blocks. I knew I'd add some somewhere. And the reason for this beacon is because sometimes you take damage using this farm. So it's more just a precautionary measure. The damage is minimal, but if you were there for an hour, then maybe it could kill you eventually if you ran out of hunger and stuff. So just to make sure that it's impossible to die, a regeneration beacon will solve that problem. All built up. Not too hard at all. Let me now... Why have I got some grass blocks? Where have they come from? Well, I mined them. I know where they came from. I don't know why I ask stupid questions sometimes. Anyway, I'm trying to think what I want to use for this beacon, because I want to use an iron ingot ideally, but apparently there isn't any just hanging about. Well, there is now, because I am going to turn that into iron ingots, and then I'm going to put one there, put the rest in there, put that shulker box back there, and mine up the ender chest. Then that can be plonked on top. That can go there, and I think... Okay, there we go. It's all working. I'm trying to think what I want. I'll get resistance and regeneration, because you can only get regeneration 1. And that's going to do it. That's going to get the farm completely finished, safe, and ready to use. So once I take the saplings out of the barrel, the farm begins. I'm then going to get in here and hold right click at this very angle, and the trees will grow. And you can see stuff is going on all around me now. There's water flowing out. Moss is being created. It's been turned into spruce dirt and all that, as you can, well, into podzol, which will turn into dirt. And in theory, all of that which is being created, if my machine works, as you can see, look, you can see what's going on. The water comes out because it breaks everything. There you go. And then it kind of will push it all so it can be compostable. I shouldn't be picking this up. Why have I got it? But if I go ahead and just stop the machine temporarily, you'll see not every single stone gets turned to moss, which is why this farm does produce stone. And sometimes you end up with it producing wood as well. But yeah, it should be pushed through here. And then this, every time a block comes to here, I could simulate this for you. One comes to here, pushes it down instantly. It just automatically detects it, pushes it down straight away. It's awesome. And then down there, when they get detected, they split into 4 different ways. I can then come all the way down here, and you can see that it is starting to put it all together. It's got the red stained glass in there as well, but it's putting it all together. And once it gets to the perfect amount, or the perfect point, a TNT will be released and blow it all up, and it'll be the most efficient it can possibly be. When an item does get blown up, it'll be pushed into there, where it will go all the way up, and then into this hopper, into the Shulker Box Loader. And then the Shulker Boxes will come into this giant chest. So it all seems to work well, but I haven't tested it for an extended period of time, so I'm good. Well, I shouldn't be in there. Let's just go back a little bit. Okay, we're kind of in the block still. Not taking damage. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, I'm going to run it a bit longer and see how it goes. It really is satisfying to see the machine at work. And the TNT very efficiently blows everything up. One issue I do feel like I'm having is I'm not getting enough saplings back. Really, it should destroy the leaves and you should get back as many saplings as you used, but it seems like I'm not quite managing that. It's not a major problem because the saplings aren't that hard to get, but it may be wise to instead have these saplings get composted and instead just swap this round a little bit. I'll instead craft a load of chests, which is going to require a crafting table, which I've 44 there, ready and waiting, so I'll craft them all into crafting tables, but then I'll need more hoppers because I've not really got any idea how many saplings this actually does produce that normally would get turned to bone meal, so I think 2 hoppers will do it, and then we've got 3 double chests. Yep, that's perfect. And they can just be... Okay, well, not there. That's too high. It needs to be 1 lower, doesn't it? And I've got an angle. We can put that there. Fantastic. So, yeah, now I'm just going to do this. Now that I've got to be careful that I don't lock any hoppers, so... I've got it, yeah. I'm going to end up messing some up here. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to rotate this. So it's instead like that. I'm going to have the chest on the end, and then I can do it one more time. I could do it one more time if I can just sneak me way under. There we go. Nope, not quite. You know, it's all gone wrong. I'm building a platform. It'll just make life easier. Then it's like that. That to there. So yeah, this will be filled with saplings for me. Just double check it's working. They should be coming down. Oh no, it's not working. Of course it didn't work. Why is it not working? Where did they go? Oh, they must have got... Wait, do they also get pulled below on this? Oh, right, hold on. We're getting rid of this hopper as well. The real question is, where did that hopper go? I bet that hopper has gone all the way down here. Has it gone into this? Has it gone into that shulker box? Oh, this is crazy. Keep trying to keep hold of it. Is the hopper in there? No, it's not. Where did it go then? Okay, I'm an idiot. I didn't realize that this hopper was pointing that direction. Oh my goodness, is it burning extra saplings as well? Well, we can't be doing that. You know how much we need those? Well, that's just as well I've done that. I mean, yeah, you do get overrun with saplings, but we don't want to burn too many of them. So that hopper, I suppose I could have it. I'll just do something like that for now, because I want to be able to change it back to bone meal and then turn into bone meal once I'm overrun by them. But at the moment, I've got a perfect amount, so I'm going to leave it as it is. This is still loads of bones. Are we still good in the bone meal department? Yeah, we've got loads. That's fantastic. So I'll use this farm a little bit more and see how it goes. That should be enough usage of the farm. I'm going to put those saplings back in there. You see, we're already down to 13, so I'm hoping that the whole sapling farm up there has definitely worked. How many did we get? I tell you what, that's not bad, because see, the things, maybe if I had these dispensing back to me in there, I could build a system for that. I could also not be bothered to build a system for that. Yeah, it's not like I'm getting a crazy ridiculous amount of saplings, but I'm getting enough, and that's the main thing. Time to do a little bit more testing. I've actually tried to realign the boat as well to see if that stops me from taking damage. We'll find out in a moment as I get pushed. I didn't take damage yet. Maybe it's the boat alignment, and maybe it's the poor boat alignment was meaning I wasn't getting as many saplings as I should have done. No, the sapling return rate just doesn't seem to quite be good enough still. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna have to make it completely self-sufficient. I need to make some improvements. Oh, and it's snowing. Well, doesn't really mean anything, because now it's not snowing anymore. I've worked out the issue. I think I've worked out the issue. The farm should use this dropper timer to replace, or replenish, should I say, the saplings by them going... They should prioritize going into this dropper, I think, and then they go into the cauldron that doesn't have anything in it, and then they go into that water stream, and that water stream takes them all the way around and basically drops them through there and down. So it should be replenishing me, but I think something's going wrong. I'm going to just run some more tests. I'm sure I can get to the bottom of this. So I've let it run for a while. Let's just see what's happened. So this is where the saplings are going, and look at that. It's just filling up. They should be emptying and coming round. Why are they not coming round to me? That's the question. And it looks like the answer, it could be, yep, it's because this is frozen. I think now that should send some round. Let's have a look. I can't remember where they'll be coming. They'll be coming out somewhere down there, maybe. To make sure that doesn't ever freeze again, I'm just going to put a chest on top. I think it'll do. Didn't really have any other items handy that I wanted to use. And now to test it again and see if anything changes. I think I've cracked the code. Items, I believe, are going into this cauldron. See if I can prove this by yeah, I picked them up, you see. So items are going into the cauldron. And this system is being activated all the time, which is why items are going into the cauldron. But it's here that's the problem. There needs to be 16 items in this dropper. And then that will activate this system, which will move those two pistons. Basically, it'll move the cauldron down, and then that piston will extend, pushing the saplings into there. So that is why I'm not getting the saplings I need. Fantastic. I might as well just fill that up with all of them then. And get the extra bone meal from these. And get the extra bone meal from these. And that does it. The testing process is over. I've got, as you can see, a lot of dirt and wood and stuff. I need to make it so it sorts automatically. Probably not in this video, but at some point I will add a better auto sorting system to that, because it's going to get messy eventually. But my main priority right now is did it work? Did my plan work? Okay, we're going to take a stack. We're going to use the farm, and do I replenish all the saplings? Yes, the answer is yes. I just went from a low amount of saplings and picked up loads of them. In fact, oh, even overflowing in my inventory. That's fantastic. Okay, the farm's now self-sufficient. Oh man, no wonder it wasn't regenerated. I just realized I didn't put any shulker boxes in this chest so that we'd have more. So the Shulker Box Loader automatically turned itself off. Very good. But I should probably try to avoid making that mistake in the future. And I'm going to attempt to make a bit of a modification to this. So I can tell I'm just going to get annoyed if I do have the cobble and the stone, well, the cobble and the wood going to the dirt chest. Like, they should all go into their own chests. And if I do it correctly now, I'll probably thank myself in the future. It's going to require quite a few more materials, though. Quite a few materials that won't be difficult for me to get. I've ended up with plenty of items, more than I initially intended. So the plan is to instead have the water flow out and this way and then round. The ice with scaffolding is just going to be there to make it so it flows further. Now here is where there's going to be a hopper, and there's going to be another one here. Both of these hoppers will have item filters in, so that they only accept items. Hang on a minute. I've changed my mind. Whilst yes, I do want that. I think I'm going to use ender chests. Why not? Ender chests always look good. Then the two hoppers can be here. One for stone, one for wood. It'll be a pretty standard item filter. Then the item filter hoppers will go downwards. And they need to go far down enough so that they're out of the way of this. And this is where the shulker loaders can be built. I'm also going to use wither roses as the blockers. So that's there and that is there. We'll have cobblestone in this one. And I need some oak logs. Any oak logs going around? I tell you, I know where there'll be some oak logs. If I could just find the right spot. Spruce logs, I mean, by the way. In this shulker box right here, where we've got all sorts of extra stuff, I'll just grab... I don't want to grab more than a stack just yet, until the shulker box loader bit is done, but those are ready. Now I'm going to come down here and finish building these. Mission accomplished. Those two torches make it, yeah, all done. I can add the water up here. Of course, put that slab back, and then I'm going to have this to top it all. And it should only be dirt that flows all the way to the end. This is all in theory. However, I can test it out just a little bit by... maybe, you know what, let's put it in action properly. I'll send it down through the bottom. So spruce logs, there we go, cobblestone. The thing is, the only thing, yeah... I probably just sent through a little bit too much in one go for it to all get picked up. So some of it has maybe got picked up. Yeah, some of it has, just not all of it, because obviously there wasn't enough space. But normally you won't get that much wood or cobblestone going in one go, so I won't worry about that too much. I've dropped off all my items. Everything is full of shulker boxes. So it's time I start using this farm and get my infinite dirt. That should be enough time spent there. I've also got all sorts of extra items from it. But has it worked? Has it been filling up these shulker boxes? Oh, look at this. Okay, well, we've a little bit of wood snuck through there. Here and there. So maybe I need to add a few... This second one doesn't count, by the way, because that would have already had it in before. But yeah, maybe I do need to add like an extra... Oh, what did I do there? As I was saying, maybe I need to add an extra slot or two of hoppers just to slow it down. Now then, did any of these shulker boxes actually fill? Doesn't look like... Oh, well, we have an observer anyway. That's good. I'm just going to see, anyway, how full they are, just out of curiosity. So that's a decent amount of wood. You know, obviously it's a dirt farm. It's not a wood farm, so we're not here doing it. What about the cobblestone? I don't really care about cobblestone anyway, because I've literally got unlimited cobblestone, as you guys have seen. Where did that go? Into here. And yeah, so not that much byproducts, which is a good thing, I suppose, because the main focus is to be getting dirt. And as that is my main focus, I think I've succeeded at that pretty well, especially when you consider just how much dirt I have managed to get. So I'm going to load these into the chest of dirt. What a job well done. You wouldn't have thought that making a dirt farm was going to be this much effort, would you? And now at the beginning of the video, I said that the next episode was going to be 6,000 days, and I would explain why at the end. And as you can see, we are at the end. It's snowing, it's going dark, so here we go. So I've decided that it's going to be best for the series if I have longer gaps in between. So like a 500 days gap is going to allow me to do way bigger projects inside a single episode. Because at the moment, I feel like I'm rushing projects. I've not got time to finish them up. And look at the dirt farm. I did have to split it over 200 days things, but I've still had to kind of rush it to make sure it's finished and all this. And I think the 100 days increments has worked well for a long time, but I want bigger gaps just to do more. Help you guys as well. Some of you can keep up with the series easier then. I know it means a longer gap between episodes, but I'll still do other videos every week as much as I can. But yeah, I just think it is going to be best for the hardcore series to stay as long as possible if I now just start splitting things up. And I've got way more chance of getting to 10,000 days a lot faster, which is my massive goal. And maybe even I'll keep going beyond that. So that's the explanation. Hopefully it makes sense. I'm interested to see what I could do. You know, if I had the 1,000 days video, the projects I could do are better. Amazing. The farm's insane. So looking forward to that. So I'll see you guys at 6,000 days.